red wine. It has like a
Sith.
wine logo. Yeah. And
The
this one
Sith.
is just like a beaming pulse. It's giving me like cyberpunk vibes. The way
Yeah.
it's beaming.
Yeah.
And then I also got like, I don't know, romantic mode because it's
Oh
like only
Jesus.
pink and
Oh
purple.
Jesus.
And this one we got Yoda's lightsaber.
Yoda. Yeah.
This one. Oh, and this one is the coolest. It's like literally cop lights. So
Oh shit.
I'll have lighting, and then I'll have this just shooting and behind it,
Yeah.
and it's pretty cool. It'll just
Put the siren sound on it.
yeah. So and then there's like switching mode where it just goes through all the colors and you can change the speeds
Oh nice.
and RGB. So you like pick the colors and yeah, that's it. And then these are just like different warmth lights. So like the K like 6000K versus
Yep.
3000K.
Right.
But it's cool. It's just not bright enough. You can still see the fuzziness in the pictures, so it's not enough to just be on its own.
I gotcha.
It's been helping though with the videos and stuff.
Hell yeah. Welcome,
Yep.
dude. What's up,
Thank
man?
you. How's everything been?
Going good. Busy.
That's good.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
today is a special day
Oh, shit.
because I beat the amount of 3D printed parts that I could put on an airsoft gun, and I matched.
Nice.
Oh, let me put this in the full frame. I matched this gun in Tarkov, like not 1-to-1, but 1 to 99%, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
Like all of this, like this, the flashlight mount, the riser here, pistol grip, the stock, and the charging handle, which actually functions now, which before
Nice.
it didn't. But
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
there's that. Magwell is only not on here because Tarkov didn't have it, but you know for sure that the Magwells work because you have 10 of them.
Yeah, I know. Let me grab one. Actually, I want to show it on here. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let's get it in cop mode.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
All right.
You get
So-
busted.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
So, dude, let me see that pistol grip real quick. That thing looks badass. It's skeletonized.
Yes, it's skeletonized. I took two
gonna
models and made. Oh yes, that's what I thought, but it's been pretty good. So you can see it has the AG wiring in here. This is made
Gotcha.
for like HPA only, but
Okay.
I was in such a rush. I even like crimped the wires for the stock because it wasn't for this stock at all. So I just said, screw it. And funny thing, this is the first AEG that I ever put together. Let me bring this back down. This is the first AEG I ever put together, and I'm using like a soup of different parts because I don't know if I told you, but a long time ago I got scammed buying $1,500 worth of airsoft stuff. So I just got a whole bunch of random things instead of what I was promised. But I put a gearbox together with all that. There was screeching. The bearing wasn't correct. It wasn't even bearing. It was plastic bushings that I used initially. And I'm like, this doesn't seem right. And then I looked at the bottom one. It was like meshed together with something else. So, and then I learned about shimming the gearbox. And long story short, this doesn't work anymore.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
So
But
it's definitely HPA.
It's gonna be HPA, yes, and I'm gonna be thinking about making an closed bolt HPA system because what's happening with open bolt HPA system, 3D printed that is that by the time the action happens from the open to the closed functionality, you're losing the air. So this way, if it's a closed bolt HPA system, it'll shoot the BB out, and the secondary action will be to cycle rather than cycle and then shoot the BB out as a secondary action. So
is that the difference between open and closed bolt HPA?
yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, that is a difference. What gun is like that in real life? The Mac 11 or the Uzi, you'll see the bolt is like racked open. Here, let me actually see. Like the bolt is racked open, and then when they press the trigger, the bolt will fly down and hit the hammer, and then the bullet will go through the barrel. So, and then that will bring it back. And if you let off the trigger, it'll just chill in that back mode. So yeah, that's what would be the thing with this. But
so in HPA, it's like how a real gun works.
Yeah, pretty much.
Open bolt system. Okay.
Yeah. And
so what? So you said the closed bolt is that the standard right now? Is for HPA is closed bolt, where it loses air or something, or
no?
or
So the thing is, if I because 3D printing is not as efficient as a plastic injection molded part. Everybody knows that. But the thing is that with plastic injection mold, they could choose to make it closed or open bolt. But for 3D printing it, you don't have an option. It has to be closed bolt in order for you to hit near the efficiencies of and consistencies of large HPA brands.
Mm.
So probably it's a half and half. Some even have a quick attach or a quick detach way of making it open and closed with just a little bit of action, like working.
Huh.
Something that could almost never be happening with 3D printable HPA. But
So
you're
you're going to be working on trying to get it to where you can make it open bolt.
closed bolt, yeah, closed.
Oh, or yeah,
Yeah.
closed. Right, right.
Yes, yes. So, and the only thing with closed is that if someone jams a mag in here with a BB above the feeder,
Oh,
you know where
yeah,
the
yeah.
limiter is,
Right, right.
it will break the nozzle because it's going to be 3D printed.
Oh, right. Because
So,
the nozzle's forward.
yeah, the nozzle is going to be forward in the hop up
Right.
already engaged to the bucking. So,
Gotcha.
there's going to have to be a workaround. But anyway, at the end of the day, it's like it's a value thing. You're not paying $600 for an open closed bolt system possibly. You're paying just around $150 for what would be an only closed bolt that is not fragile but just needs to be operated with as if it's an actual closed bolt even in a real life gun type of
So
thing.
like so they would have to have the better, mags or whatever that actually hold the BB when you load it, hold the BB down below that
Yeah, to
level.
be honest, most of them, I mean, every mag that feeder, as long as you just like, there's a perfect example because I just finished recording a video, so I have everything behind me.
Yeah.
So you see that, like, as long as it's not in that the circle
Right.
part right there, so
Right.
all they'll have to do is literally just give it a shake, like pretend to be a Dairy Queen worker for a second every time you reload, just to double check, and
What?
like they'll be good. You never seen the ice creams where they fill it up?
Uh-uh.
They got to
Yeah.
do this to like show
Oh,
that
they
it's
do?
of yeah to show that it's of good temperature.
Oh shit.
And that's
So
a
it doesn't
funny
fall out.
story. Yeah, so like you get it frozen. You don't get it half mushy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Um, yeah, and I didn't notice that was such a big deal until I ordered a shake from Denny's once, and they brought it in a steamed cup. So the cup was barely washed, the milkshake cup, and it was hot. They brought it to me. It was still hot, the base of the cup, so I
Oh,
knew
Jesus.
immediately. And around it was all melt. It was just a ruined experience. But anyway, this is large people problems then.
Nice.
So on the gun, and actually what I did to make this, I went into my Tarkov game and I looked up on Thingiverse what designs exist. And from here, only like half the designs are actually mine. The rest is from actual people, and I'm gonna like tag it in my video down below so everybody can get credit.
Yeah.
But I went there and I was kind of like just shopping, like as if, oh, I want my gun to look like this from Tarkov, but in real life for Airsoft.
Yeah.
And I was looking on Thingiverse, what's compatible, what's not, and I went to so much detail to make it look as close as possible. The only thing that is off is this flashlight mount here, where in the game you only have a right side, left side, and the bottom forward
Yeah.
position for the light. So I had to do that last minute because I was running a two camera setup. So like one from here, which by the way, this is like a Picatinny extended arm mount.
Yep.
So I have an arm here that was facing me with my new
Oh,
Mobius
okay.
camera, and I had a GoPro on my helmet facing this way. So it was just a perfect combo of footage.
Huh.
Yeah, so those are the only exclusions as to what's real life counterpart and Tarkov. But other than that, this is a Surefire Mini Monster suppressor, which is 5.56. It's to scale. I know someone gave me shit about putting a 5.45 AK muzzle brake. Yeah, so it's to scale this time. This is a Magpul grip. I forgot the exact name. I think it's RBG. This is just a generic 25 millimeter flashlight mount. This, I modeled it myself. It's supposed to be like the Romeo 4 riser from Tarkov.
Oh, looks cool.
And I tried my best, but it came out looking like what would be a dollar store version of the Romeo 4 riser. But it was close
what-
enough in the video.
Oh, okay, so you went through and looked at each piece on these on that particular gun in Tarkov,
Yes.
and then got the print for it, and then printed the item
Mhm.
to make it this whole gun look like pretty much a replica from the
from the
Tarkov.
game. Yeah. So
Okay.
there's and the stock. I was so happy when I found this stock because I have this exact one on my AR9. So they're kind of twinning now, and it's actually a really cool looking stock. And the skeletonized pistol grip, this was hard because I had to make it myself. I had to
Yeah.
take two designs, and if you see this, which it won't be shown in video, but there's like this difference in the gap here.
Right.
So that I couldn't work around. I've had to print this 2-3 times and still just couldn't get it exact. But that and another part that fits perfectly because when you're in first person view, even in the game, the first thing your eye sees is this charging handle. And
Gotcha.
having it being like this Raptor Industries, I think is the brand
Yeah.
of the original one. Like it's just so cool looking versus the original M4s where you just have like one place to grip it down from and pull it. So yeah,
It
we
looks
got.
awesome, dude.
Thank you. I want to rock this so bad at a game, but the thing is, like I said, the gearbox, and with this grip, I can't actually run a motor in here, and then this battery now as well. So the only way to go is HPA. So that's the
Right.
only time that this is actually going to see game time.
Well,
But on the other,
a gun that looks like that should be HPA anyway.
yeah, right. Like it's just got so much more on the exterior going on. You got to know that the interior is like something special for sure. Yeah, well, so
Hey, you know that somebody just told me yesterday. I was talking to somebody, and they said they mentioned some video or some channel, Airsoft channel, that I don't think I ever heard of. I saw this video that they were talking about. It was the one guy that did it's OC Airsoft, I think.
oh,
Yeah, Orange
no
County
Filato in the
Airsoft.
building. That guy
Yes,
was like, "That's not
yes.
Filato," and he goes, "Brrr." Yeah,
Brr,
yeah.
yes.
I watched that guy's videos.
Yeah, that make it like that fast, bro.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be really cool. It would have to take a lot of optimizing, um, and I'm kind of like that OC Airsoft guy in the sense that he uploads like whenever he wants. It's never
Right.
100% consistent. But I noticed, I think it was last year, he started being a lot more consistent. I was like, oh, cool, more videos.
Yeah.
And it was fun to just see his attitude on like cheaters and stuff. He's just like I don't care, or I
Right.
have the power. I literally have like I think his gun is like 65 rounds per second. I'm not sure, but that's a lot
It's
of
a laser.
BBs. Yeah,
That's a
lot.
laser, bro.
Yep. So on here, I haven't counted this small stuff, but this is also 3D printed.
Oh,
the original M4's like mag release is not this fat or like
No.
close to your finger.
Right.
This one, it's right here. The difference between this and this is not that much, but when you're in the game and you feel this like very textile, you're like, oh shit, that's that,
Yeah.
And it being just a little bit bigger and not too much. This was really nice. This isn't my design, but this is something very simple and easy to print for the mag release, as well as the push, the forward. No, not the forward assist.
Hold it up a little bit.
Here.
In the camera.
The bolt that locks back when the magazine is empty. I'm just having a brain fart right now. Yeah, this is printed. The original one was the bolt catch. There we go. Originally, this was round, like a oval shape.
Right. Yep.
But I saw this rectangle, and I'm like, shit, that looks closer to the Tarkov one. So I went into that much detail. So here alone is like 1, 2 printed parts, 3 with the pistol grip, 4 the stock, the charging handle, 5 riser, 6, and then the flashlight mount, 7, the mag pull grip, 8, 9 for the adapter, and 10 the suppressor. So
damn,
we're slowly going more and more, but there is a limitation. And with every extra 3D printed part is something that's sort of a risk. And in this case, like you said, this could break, right?
Yeah.
That's guaranteed. Have you ever heard of print, shoot, repeat? He makes he 3D prints real guns. So he does a push-up test where he holds the stock and he holds the handguard and he does a push-up on it like this on the floor. Grip. Yeah. And like almost all of the guns he makes, holds up. But he is like probably half my weight. So there is also a difference there. And this thing would become plastic ready to be remelted, like in such fine parts if I were to do a push-up test on this. So that's
Little
gonna,
pellets.
yeah. So that's gonna be like one of the setbacks. But there's always the aspect of, if I want this to be pink, I don't have to go and spray paint it. I could just print it in pink.
Right. Right.
And same thing with everything being an accent. If someone wants to, let's say, buy a kit, they could say, I want this to be red. I want this to be red and accent it out.
Right.
So
Well,
in
that's
that,
what Chris did with his. It's hanging on the wall here. The real steel gun. It's a 50 Beowulf, so a 50
oh,
caliber
wow.
rifle, and not the 50 cal. It's a Beowulf round, but he got. I'm looking at it right now because it's got. I can't remember the company. What brand it is, but he got all accessories like the extended magwell. I mean, extended mag release, like you've got,
Yeah.
these pretty fat, the charging handle, the all kind of shit on there, and then some of the pins, the pins that go through the end caps on them are they're all like this anodized red, like
Oh,
candy apple
okay.
red. It's
Yeah.
fucking beautiful, man. But that so and it makes the gun really stand out. Like it really looks cool. So if
It
you do something like
does.
that,
Yeah.
with different colors. They also, you're talking about that pink stock. One of the girls I did a podcast with, she's from Belgium, no, Austria. Her
Mhm.
name's Senity on Instagram. She 3D prints, and she does the same thing. She made a stock for her M4. It's all pink. She loves all pink stuff.
Mhm.
And she has all these pink items on her gun, kind of like what you're doing with that, or accessories, whatever that she's
Yeah.
printed. And she does all this pink stuff. Well, her stock, she made kind of like, normal size, but it was all pink. And she had a heart cut out, a big heart, like a hole in the
Oh,
top.
okay.
And so it was real pronounced. You could see it. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's the best. Like even embossing something or making it stick out, or like you said, like completely taking it out in the same
Yeah.
shape. See, if you want to do that with plastic injection molding, surprise, you're gonna have to pay at least 10 grand to get it made. Like if it's this stock of a size or something, or I don't know how
Right.
much compression power is needed for that big of a machine, but you need a whole new thing, which would at least take up 2 large slabs of the metals that have to
Yeah.
be engraved. And then you
Yep.
got to find a designer to do that. Instead, with 3D printing, you just see a design you like from, let's say, Thingiverse. You just remix it, emboss like a heart in there, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
That's
And
fucking cool shit. Well, that's the thing, going to your, what you made for me, what I got from you, these,
yeah,
the mag adapters, the magwell
here.
adapters.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah. These
You know what?
things. So you got, let's see, which one? Yeah, because you made remember we were talking about it when you and I were kind of going through what design style, and you did send me the first one because we were kind of going back and forth between like either embossed or engraved, and the one you sent me, oh yeah, here it is. Let's see if I can show these, if it'll focus.
Oh,
Because you did both. Remember that? You did the
yeah,
raised
let me
one,
see it.
like
Hold it up
embossed.
closer to the camera. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this one. Yeah.
And then the one that we decided on was the one that's actually engraved or whatever you call it inside, right?
Yeah.
It's flat. But yeah, the one that sticks out, and they both look cool.
Oh yeah.
But this one is more, streamlined and kind of subtle, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I liked. But these things work great. I actually have M4 out in the shed that I will definitely be making a video on with this eventually.
Eventually.
How long have I had these, bro? I bought these from you like fucking 2.5 months ago.
Was it this year?
Dude,
Or was it
come
last
on
year?
now. Come on.
No, I guess a serious question. Was it this year?
For real?
Yeah.
It hasn't been that long, has it?
I'm
Get
tempted
out.
to look. I don't have much stuff
No,
coming
hang on.
coming into the place where you.
This is the original. This got to have a date on it.
I'll find it in my PayPal because I get nothing in my PayPal, and I remember I sent you a request, right, and we canceled it.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
let me see.
Monday, April 4th, bro. Fucking this year. You're talking
No
like
way.
This was mailed on April 4th at 8 p.m. Whenever that, you know,
Yeah.
that's
No,
when
I
it
mean,
got to me.
yeah.
That's when it got to me at GSP, Greenville, Spartanburg.
Okay. So
Yeah.
April.
April, May,
How
June.
does it feel so long,
I
but
said
it's
two and a
only
half,
a
three
couple
months.
days? That's crazy. That
You're
is
talking about last year would be fucking 7 months ago.
that is I'm
Yeah.
serious. I can't like I'm having like a mental moment right now. Like I'm not
Oh
even
shit.
just yeah, because it just
It's
I'm
because you're
serious.
printing like you got how many printers you got running? 5 printers running
I'm
twenty-four
it's
seven.
gonna be 5. You want to know why? So this printer here, it moves in this direction and
Yeah.
this direction, the head. So
Right.
what it means is the bed moves in this direction.
Gotcha.
But there's this new one that I want to buy. The X and Y axis is the head. So the head doesn't go up and
Oh.
down. So the plate goes up and down. So what that
Oh
means
shit.
is that the time lapses, they don't need to be attached to the printer. They could be anywhere. And all that's going to happen is this is going to be fast and it's slowly just going to get higher and higher. Like you're going to see the part actually forming.
Oh. Right.
That's how I printed yours actually. It's just that on printing like something small like this on such a large machine is not that efficient. So I'm
Oh.
gonna buy the smaller version of the one that I printed this on. So
Yeah.
it's called the Ender 5, and I'm gonna just get in completely upgraded immediately because I have one workhorse that's almost on 24/7, and it does so much better than this stock one that has only been used maybe a week. Well, that's been probably used for 6 months. I'm
Wow.
talking about on time, like pure on time.
Right. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. So
6 months of on time.
yeah, especially
See,
in
Christian,
California.
what's it? What in California?
Oh, the power, it's like 20
Oh,
cents a kilowatt. I'm pretty sure over there it's like 6 cents, isn't it?
it's pretty damn cheap.
Yeah. I heard people moving their businesses out over there just because like the power is
Absolutely.
cheaper. It's like
Yeah.
welding or something.
Well, there's a couple things. There's that. Also, in South Carolina, this has been going on for years. They give tax breaks to businesses that move here. So the first 5 years that a company moves their business here in South Carolina, they don't pay state tax for 5 years.
Oh wow. And then what's the
Yeah,
bracket after that? Like the percent?
I don't know, but it's not. Well, the state tax here is like 6, I think, 6%,
Okay.
less than
Um
7. I don't know.
that's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Over here
low.
it sucks. Over here it's like I sell you this and I have to give the government twice of this.
No shit.
I mean
Oh
not
yeah.
actually, but you look at your check, it's like, oh, I made $500. Why is this
Nope.
check for $200?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, California. Hey, at least it's hot all the time, right? Or is that a bad thing?
I mean, it's nice here. I
Over
love the
there?
heat.
Yeah.
I like the heat. But
I
in California, the dry heat is nice because as soon as you get in the shade, it's way more comfortable. You can breathe easier. The air is not as heavy. Uh, it's the humidity really makes a difference.
Yeah, that's true. I remember my first time I went to like Mexico on vacation. I felt like I was breathing in a solid the whole time. Like I was like, and then once I got to the
Exactly.
AC, yeah, like once I got to a room with AC, it's like it was like opening up. The lung
Yeah,
capacity was a
easier
full
to
hundred
breathe
percent again. Yeah,
for sure.
and then you get
Yeah,
used
we were
to
out.
it
I mean,
eventually.
California is awesome, dude. The state is beautiful. It's got such a, I mean, obviously it's huge. It covers a huge
Yeah,
span. The coast, beautiful beaches, beautiful areas, mountains. You got everything. You got beach, mountains, deserts. Fucking some of the mountains, have snow. Uh, and so you have with the different. Like we went to Yosemite
hmm
National Park. Me and my buddies when I was still in the Corps, and hiked all the way up the mountain and everything. Sat on the edge of the cliff at the very top, looking down. Right when there's it was springtime, so all the snow was melting. So there was this giant waterfall that was just massive because all this
hmm
water, the snow was melting. Beautiful, beautiful areas. If the politics out there were more sound,
hmm
then the place would be fucking like it used to be. Okay, it would be
yeah.
really, really cool to live there. And there's still a lot of cool places to live out there. It's such a
It's
big area.
one of the biggest benefits is probably that everything is within a mile radius. Like you can have 10 McDonald's within a mile, 10 Starbucks, 10 Panda Express, like 10 gyms. You know, I knew I was explaining unhealthy stuff. It's probably why. But no, you got good stuff around you too.
Well, it was
Um,
cool too because we lived when we got married. We lived right outside of base. You know, Camp Pendleton is around Oceanside area.
oh yeah, I go there like when I go on vacations for San Diego. I go like near Oceanside, not like
Yeah.
actually San Diego, and it's really nice there.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
that
See, where
pontoon
did?
beach or something.
Okay.
It's I don't know exactly where, but
I
there
was
used
going
to
to
be
say there's some
there's
nice areas right next to Oceanside. Oceanside's okay.
mhm.
It's pretty, hopping and stuff, but it's a little. Well, at least when I was there, it was a little rundown. Like the next couple towns over, south, going towards San Diego, Carlsbad and La Jolla were fucking beautiful.
Yeah, we used to go between Oceanside and Carlsbad. There, it's like all the beaches are like, here's your hotel, and then there's this deadly stairway that hasn't been repaired in 50 years, and here's the beach. There's a or Poinsettia,
Yeah.
Poinsettia. There's a hotel there. That's I vacationed there once, and there's another hotel. It's I think Cape Ray now. It used to be like a
Oh,
Marriott. It was like right in front of the beach, and it was really cool back then.
okay.
Um,
Now,
so
have you
yeah,
ever gone to Mission Beach?
no.
That has the amusement, half amusement park on it. It's got a big Ferris wheel and a couple rides and shit.
Is there a Edward
Big
Cinemas
old
there?
boardwalk, huh?
Is there a Edward Cinemas there?
Oh, I don't know. I
I
can't remember.
Ferris wheel. Is it like a smaller Ferris wheel?
Yeah,
Like
smaller
that's
Ferris
always
wheel.
there. Yeah.
Right, right. It's
Okay.
always
Yeah.
there.
I
Yeah.
I most likely have at least twice because
Now
when I
look,
go on
during
vacation.
the day, it's beautiful. I mean, it's always beautiful, but it's family friendly during the day. People
Uh-huh.
are always on the boardwalk, going on the little rides and shit. As soon as that sun goes down, bro, the freaks come
The
out.
freaks come out.
You're walking around a corner. There's, guys opening jackets selling watches and crack and cocaine, and that's where we used to get our acid. Okay, like all this shit.
Yeah.
Oh
One tenth.
yeah,
1/10 of the thing.
right.
Yeah. What was I gonna? Oh, there's a generator nearby where I go. Like this tall, like like a capsule-sized generator. Looks like something from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Like we stay usually like south of that a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know if that's familiar. Oh, where the nuclear generator is. The two. It's like it looks
Oh
like
right.
two large nipples actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and we always see the helicopters coming and going.
Okay.
So we're like at least 10 minutes from there, but we
Yeah,
could
yeah.
see it. Sometimes we used to walk there too.
Now, have
Um,
you ever been to Del Mar?
uh,
It's around that same area, like Carlsbad, La Jolla. I think it's south of La Jolla, Del Mar. Now, that's where like
is
some of the
there
bigger actors and shit have lived.
is there like a pier there
Yeah,
with a lighthouse restaurant like an ice cream? Oh,
I
there's a
think
Joe's Crab Shack right next to the parking lot.
I think so. I think there
Um,
is in Del Mar. It's pretty high end. So as far as like how Beverly Hills is kind of like
yeah.
north.
Uh huh.
So this is I can't say it's like Beverly Hills. It's not as clean. It's
Hmm.
more like old school California where the houses are like um, real old architecture and shit. But they
Yeah.
have. You ever hear that Jenny Craig? Jenny Craig's weight loss program that was
Yeah.
like really popular for a lot of years. She lived there. Tony Robbins, the motivational speaker, he lived out there. I don't know if he still does. And there's been a couple other actors and comedians back in
Hmm.
the day that when I was out there that lived out there.
To
So
be honest, I have never seen a celebrity there. I'm
yeah,
just gonna.
I
But
I never did either. I only know this because I delivered when I got out of the military before we moved back to Ohio.
yeah.
I one of my first jobs was delivering water tanks, so Culligan water, so soft water tanks and shit like that for people's houses. And one of my clients was Jenny Craig, and then
Oh.
so one of the guys I worked with who'd worked there for a long time when I was fairly new, he's like, "Oh yeah, that's Jenny Craig's house." That's on your list. You'll deliver there. Oh, that over there, the one overlooking the beach, that's Tony Robbins. This one down here is I can't remember his name, but it was an older comedian back in the eight. This was popular back in the 80s and 90s. George Carlin. That was it. George Carlin.
I wouldn't. I of all people wouldn't know. But if they told me that's where the trifecta airsoft base is,
Yeah,
I'd be like,
there you
yeah,
go.
that's where I'm headed. I'm going
There
there.
you go.
I'm taking my 3D printers with me.
No shit, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice place. Yeah.
So we do have plans. Speaking of, like these that we got, you and I
Isn't it
collaborated
cool?
on.
I just have one ready to go.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You still got one sitting there.
Yeah, I actually have this whole drawer dedicated to projects that are for giving away. So, like, if someone buys something from me, which I do sell stuff now and then for 3D printing,
Right.
I give away a lot of things for free. And the reason why is because it doesn't cost me as much to make this as much as it is to ship your order out. So
Right.
when someone buys something, it's like, okay, here, I'll make it sweeter for you. And all of that can still be achieved with, like you're saying, with between us, whatever it is.
Yep.
And
Because
customizing
I
it.
still want to do the collaboration we're talking about, or that we were talking about before. These kind of things, and then hosting
Live
or sponsoring or whatever you
giveaways.
call them, your games or what at the field you go to, shit like that. That is still
On the
in the
table.
plan. Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
For
yes,
sure.
definitely. Especially now that, you guys told me, hey, try Instagram, try starting it.
Yeah.
What's the
Oh,
worst that's
dude.
gonna happen? And
Yeah, you
3,000
went-
followers later, and I don't
You're
have time
nuts.
to do like as much things because I'm like, okay, there's 3,000 people. At least 100 of them want to see something every day. So I've taken this long break now, and this Tarkov Airsoft video, which I'm gonna show you a little snippet of that Mobius camera that's facing me.
Yeah. I
You'll
wanna see
just
it.
you'll see how much gear I have on me. I have backpack, plate carrier, helmet. I even got my brother in on the video, but
Oh,
you won't
nice.
see it. You won't see it on this. But he's playing as a scav from Tarkov,
Gotcha.
and his point of view is he spawns, checks the gear crate, looks for key. I shoot him. I throw a grenade at him actually, and he just scrams pretty much, just so he doesn't have to lay there dead in the video. Because he's my older brother. I'm not going to just be like, I'm going to walk over you. So I tell him go away.
Damn it.
Yeah, I told him go away, and then I continue checking there. I get a key. With the key, I come back to my room, which is the hideout that I have to unlock. I unlock it, and in here is printer filament. So that's like the whole
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Because in Tarkov, it's like a wasteland survival. So if
Right.
you don't have something, if you could print it, you're God. Pretty much.
Yes. Right.
So that's gonna be the whole thing of it. It's not finished yet, but we recorded half of it today. There's a lot of difficulties with making sure that the video comes out perfect. So
Okay.
let me try
Well,
to
yeah,
clip
share your
this.
screen. Let's see this.
We were arguing a lot, so let me try to clip
Oh,
it first.
Jesus.
You know how it goes. It's like, you didn't do this perfect. Why did you blink? Why did you blink? So,
Oh, I know.
let me
That's funny.
get this clipped, but till then, I do want to, leave in the thoughts that I have sold one kit to someone, and it was through a friend, actually. And it was actually a kit including 7 pieces again, just like this. Only no pistol grip and no stock, because these are parts that people expect to be godlike in strength. So these are never included. But other than that, charging handle will be included, one that I've designed and not something that is from someone else, because that's just
Gotcha.
large plagiarism. But things like the push release for the bolt, mag release, any kind of riser and grip, muzzle, and other things, cool things. We will take in special requests for things, and I could definitely make it happen. So the sooner we get these listed, this one's on you. The sooner we get these listed and out there, the sooner it's going to happen, because I believe there's a large market. It's just people
Now, what's
don't
on
know
me now?
about it.
What
We gotta-
homework do I have?
We got to
I mean, hold on.
collaborate here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And we have to make this big project happen. And leading up after that initial release of our ideas and what we have ready to go, we should be doing either a live or a giveaway just within the US of
Yeah.
one full kit. I have sold one, like I said before, and I have at least 3 on all of my setups, and I'm really happy with it. But there's always going to be a bias from whoever makes it themselves. And
Right.
the other person who bought it, they're really happy with it, and I was happy to accommodate him with a barrel extension because their barrel thread finishes here because they had an inner
Oh
suppressor,
yeah. Right.
and I created them just a little spacer. And he's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Thank you," because now he could use I think his Aesotech, the glow in the dark BB thing that flashes. He's
Yep.
like, "Now I can use that."
Oh,
So,
okay.
we're open. We should be open to custom things here and there. Um, but yeah, let me go ahead and clip that, and you could give me your thoughts on what I just said.
Hell yeah. I want to see it.
Oh god, there's a lot of cussing.
No, we can't cuss on here, okay?
Can't freaking cuss out here.
Oh, darn it.
Huh.
Oh,
Freaking,
nuts.
freaking heck. Okay, let me see. I took a sample video of how it would look, and I think I'd rather just show that just to be safe and
Yeah,
not
that's
take up
fine, dude.
too much time.
Oh, I don't mind.
The only thing is what's it called? My room might be pre-production here. You see this closet right there?
Yeah.
It was the mother of all messes before this video. And because I had some things laying around leading up to making the video, and I had to hide everything in there, just whatever it was, like toolbox and stuff. So it was
Yeah.
all just chilling in there. Luckily, the 5 minutes you gave me before the video, I cleaned it up. So without
Nice.
further ado, let's go ahead and watch this. So on the left side of my head, there's also a GoPro in the actual video, but this was just me testing out the angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Mobius was printed.
So what is a Mobius now? I
So
don't
the
think I've heard of that.
Mobius, it's just a brand. Like imagine GoPro,
Oh,
right?
gotcha.
But it's more of a streamlined camera. Where would I put it away for good? It's imagine a rectangle shape like this big.
Oh, wow.
And with like a small lens
Oh,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I have
Imagine-
seen those. Okay.
Imagine like a zoom cam, right?
Right.
It's shaped almost exactly like that.
Yep.
And I actually made a case for it, an airsoft proof case, but
Nice.
I broke all of the plexiglass I bought because I'm so impatient that I just couldn't do it slow enough. So what I'm gonna do instead is get pre-cut plexiglass, and it's gonna be sandwiched together instead of threading the plexiglass one by one and threading it through as a washer. It's just gonna be like sandwich, and that way it's good. A friend told me do it like that because it'll also take in more shock because of the two panels holding
Right.
it. So yeah, and that's all thanks to this arm here. Like this I found a design for this, like ready to go. And within 2.5 hours, I had the perfect solution. I didn't have to, go online, look, make sure, oh, this fits. Oh, is this coming from China? Is it going to get here when I'm a year older or something,
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, all of that into account, it should be a good video. But sometimes things go wrong. Like, for example, it'll be on the wrong setting of video, or the GoPro will not be recording,
Yep.
And
Been there.
yeah, it sucks. The best clip I would have ever gotten was not recorded. And I had my SR25, and I was holding a corner for the whole game. I was holding one corner. Nobody was doing anything to take me out. They were just kept getting hit every time.
Oh
And
my god.
till this day, I remember it. We were playing Death Star at Warped Ops. It's that field that I originally talked to you about. A lot of YouTubers have been there too. It was going so good. I remember it. Like, I'll never forget that day. Because the SR25, I remember I changed a piston on it myself. And it didn't make a difference in FPS or anything, but it was just that it was broken, and I got it fixed the same day before playing. I went to
Oh
e-bike.
shit.
Yeah. And they're opposite from each other, so I was late a little bit, but, it was awesome to just get it all done.
That's cool.
Yep. So,
Oh, So
yeah,
what
I
is
mean-
this? So this whole video, what are you showing in the video again? Like,
So, the
like
whole
a Tarkov kind of skit.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be cinematic, and have a lot of shots. Usually it's more professional if you have a lot of shots. So I got a camera on the gun, camera on my head, my phone, which shoots 4K. I didn't even know that. Did you know iPhone 10 shoots 4K?
Yeah, so the Samsung, the Galaxies do as well. Yeah,
Huh.
they're all pretty much the same.
Android phone quality. Anyway, you know, what's funny about that? My brother has a S21 Ultra,
That's
and
what I
he
got.
records. Oh, okay. See, the thing with your guys' phones is that if you don't turn off the auto image stabilizer, and you, let's say you take a self or like point it towards you, and you
Yeah.
happen to like go up or down, it'll stretch your face so much just to stabilize the image. I don't know if you've
Oh,
ever
I haven't.
noticed that
Uh-uh.
or no. Well, I noticed it on his once, and I was like, okay, you're not recording again. So
Oh
I
shit.
was just using mine. Yeah, not to knock off like a 4K, but it is still 4K. You just gotta turn off the image stabilization, I think. So
Oh, okay.
you'll have
See,
it.
well, we tried when we first got our phones. Me and Chris and Colton, we all got 21s like right around the same time, and we've been using my phone since we started the channel. So
Mhm.
I think the S10 or whatever I had before this, and then so that was all of our videos up until like a year ago. Whenever I got this thing, have been on that, and then of course all of them since then have been on this S21. Well, we switched to 4K to record, and
Mhm.
we started doing that with some of the videos. It only took like 2 videos, and I was like, "Fuck this, bro," because the file size was so big. My computer was about to fucking crash trying to optimize this thing for me to
Oh,
edit it. Yeah, it was
yeah.
too much. So and you honestly you can't tell the difference, from 1080 like on your phone, and most people watch our videos on their phone.
Yeah.
You can't tell the difference between 4K and 1080. Not, I guess maybe you can. I don't know, but it's such a slight difference. It wasn't enough for me to wait, like take a week to edit this thing because my
Oh,
computer
yeah.
was lagging out. But yeah, when we first saw that on there, the 4K option was like, oh shit, we're gonna do
Yeah.
that,
Like, I'm
and then
buying this phone.
we did that, and well, we had already got the phones, and then we didn't even know until we got them, and then we went into the settings uh, to make sure all the shit was going to record the same way we were before. And we were like, oh shit, 4K. So we tried it, and it was like, not nope. But yeah, I'm
I'm
going to
just.
tell you, dude. Listen, I have been recording. I've been talking. When I do these podcasts, I talk to a couple people. I've learned all this stuff. Somebody had told me about this editing software, an app for your phone called Splice. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. It's free. I thought there were going to be ads on it. No ads. I'm going to give a fucking shout out to these guys that made this app because it's fucking awesome. Number one, it's free. It's there's no ads. It's got a ton of features, editing features on there. It is seamless. And while you're editing, it is saving in real time. So
Oh,
if you are right in the middle of like cutting something or adding audio or whatever, and back out of your phone and close all apps or close it or whatever, you go back into that project.
mhm.
It's saved all of your progress or whatever, like from the tiniest thing. And then when you load all those clips in there. I mean, I'll have 10 clips. It might be a 15-minute video. I'll have 10
Mhm.
little,
Yeah.
separate videos. I load them in, just select them, and then hit go for the thing. There's no wait time. It is
Oh,
like when you hit the next arrow, it immediately goes and you can start editing. There's no wait time. It doesn't have to optimize. It doesn't have to do shit. Now I understand it's doing it for your phone rather than, a computer monitor.
yeah.
So I'm sure that's why it's a lot faster, but it is awesome. I've been using that a lot lately, and it has streamlined my process so much. I don't even want to go back to using my computer, man. I'm telling you.
I'm so accustomed to doing it on the computer that
Hmm.
I wouldn't do it on the phone. But for example, when you went to the Milsim event, right? Imagine if
Yep.
you took a video with your phone.
Yeah.
Like if you're saying it's ad free and stuff, and there's no scam. That's really cool, and good job to Splice if it is gonna stay like
For
that. I know a
real.
lot of companies that start like that, and then it ends up being completely different. And this
Yeah,
way, they have so many people using it that they're used to it too, all their controls and stuff, that
right.
they pay anyway, and company
Yeah,
gets mega rich. But
sure.
if it's if it's like, let's say, a reoccurring fee that's low monthly, I don't disagree with that if you're gonna keep using it. Like me, for
Well, there's some
example.
apps like if that one came out, if it was a 30-day trial or 60-day trial, and if it kept popped up one day when I went to use it, saying, "Hey, you buy the app for $7 or whatever," I would 100% pay it. It is worth. Now, if it was $50, I'd be like, "Nah, fuck that. I'll just go back to how I was doing it, or find something else." But yeah, like if it's a reasonable amount, 100%, bro.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like if you're paying for $30 or whatever, you're getting a lot more back because you can do it on
Yeah,
your phone. But for me, it's like I've memorized so much of Adobe Premiere Pro, and I don't know how good your computer is, but I have an older gaming computer, so it's somewhat capable of doing it pretty quick.
yeah.
And all
What kind of
the
video card? What video card you got? What are you
uh,
running?
a laptop GTX 1060. So
See, that's about what
imagine
I'm running. Okay,
imagine
I'm
an
running a
actual
1050.
imagine a 1060 but neutered and castrated. That's
What?
that's the 1060 that I have in here. I have a friend who has the exact same 1060, but like a full card edition.
Oh,
Like,
for the PC.
yeah, yeah.
Uh huh.
And he is able to play games so much better than I am. And we have
Gotcha.
the same exact gigabytes, 1060, as it goes. But I am looking, if anybody's watching this video, I'm looking at the GPU prices almost every day. I'm waiting. I'm gonna buy a computer. I've went back and forward so many times. I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy a computer.
So all
Uh,
your editing is on that laptop right now.
Everything, yeah. And
Okay.
what sucks is that it's so like old. I'll have to factory reset sometimes, or else I just can't use it. And I've lost videos like twice like that.
Oh
Like
shit.
it'll be on YouTube, but it's not. I don't have the original copy, and I think you can only download 720 from YouTube. So yeah, but I mean, that's just what it's like to be editing, playing game, and
Mm-hmm.
everything from one computer that is
Right.
from, I think, 2015. This laptop is from. So
Gotcha.
7 years is not bad. You change like two phones, even if you're like a
Oh
conservative
yeah,
phone person. You change two phones in 7 years
for
probably.
sure.
So
Well, something I just learned last night, as a matter of fact. So I had two podcasts last night. One I actually did live. We did a live stream, but I edited it today. That's the one I was saving right before we got on.
mhm.
But I'm going to repost it with. I added a couple things and then cut out a couple, like our setup process and everything. So I'm going to leave the live stream up on our channel, but I'll actually upload the other, a separate one for the upload. A lot of people after the fact don't watch the live stream. It doesn't get a lot of like whatever. So I want to put it in our regular uploads and
Mhm.
whatever. But something I learned, the podcast I did before that, I was talking with a guy that I've had on here before called Mask TV. That's his Instagram name and YouTube name. So we're talking. We were talking for like an hour and 45 minutes or some shit, whatever. We're all kind of like getting ready to wrap up. Well, my power went out in the middle
Oh,
of talking, recording and stuff. Well, I have OBS running. That's what I use to, record these.
yeah.
Well, I didn't know that I was recording on MP4. So I didn't know that was an issue. So anyway, so everything starts back up. Him and I get back on. We finish, we do kind of a end.
Hmm.
And afterwards, I go to check the video. I always check it to make sure it's saved right. The end part was there. The other file was showing hour 51 minutes, but it doesn't show a thumbnail. Normally it shows like a little, thumbnail of your
Yeah.
part of your video. Wasn't showing up. I'm like, what the fuck? So it was like it wasn't loaded yet. So I double click on it, try to, says this file's corrupted, blah, 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 whatever. I was
Oh.
like, fuck. So the whole thing was gone. So I looked it up. It says, everyone that's experienced an OBS, I guess, should have known this. This is what the gist I got from all these comments is. You never record on MP4. You record your OBS stuff on MKV or something like that. There's another one, but it's
MOV? How about MOV?
MOV or MKV. I think MOV will work too. But if there's an issue, if Streamlabs crashes or power goes out, whatever, then it'll still save in real time, like up to that point. It won't corrupt the file. But MP4, for whatever reason, if it crashes or whatever, then you can never get the file back. So anyway, I went on and switched it right away. So now it's an MKV, and my software reads that. It actually reads it faster, like optimizes it, gets it ready faster than the than editing in MP4.
Oh, I didn't know that. I should
Yeah,
try
I
that
didn't know
out.
that either. Yeah.
Maybe it's a good thing it happened because now you know
No
that.
shit. Oh, now I know. Yeah,
But I mean, there goes that podcast though.
yeah, it's gone. And I
Yeah.
mean, him and I can talk again. We got another one set up, so we'll do it again.
Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, you haven't lost anything. It's just, because you had a good time talking anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So, what else did I want to talk about? What else did you want to talk about?
man?
I wanted to push into I wanted to put into the oven the idea of getting together an online store that's from you guys, but it's me. I take care of all the physical work. You guys list it.
Yeah.
Like, you are the brain and I am the host, I guess? Or would it be the other way around?
Other way around.
I don't know. Yeah, the other way around, probably.
Yeah, because I already have a store set up. So what we could do, what I'm getting, and this is kind of like what we talked about a couple months ago as well.
Not last year.
Yeah, not last year. It was, that kind of brainstorming ideas, or those ideas. That was, something. Now that you mention it, there could be a section. The way I have my store set up, I can break it up different pages or different sections or whatever. I mean, and that's a common thing. I think Gunfather Milsim, he doesn't actually host his own store. He's got a friend that already has a store where he sells T-shirts called Unsavory Tees.
Mm-hmm.
And Gunfather Milsim, that's where he sells his patches and his slings and stuff like that. So his friend does all the work for it, and then he makes the product and sells it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, your store has a theme, obviously, and whatever is like a different page, this page, we could have one that says a 3D printed or 3D printer or something that's 3D related.
Right.
And it'll be a whole different font, a whole different color. Maybe put it in italicize it or make it bold. And then the site, when you click it, it'll take you to a bunch of, you know how Evike is with the listings or something?
Right.
Something just like that, but it'll be like a completely different page, like the color. And so you get a different vibe, like as if you've entered somewhere completely different. Wow.
Yeah, it should be. It should be like your theme or your, it's not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. My channel theme is mostly like this cyan color right here.
Yeah.
So maybe we could do something with like black, cyan, and I mean, obviously, I'm not trying to like step over trifecta or anything. We will have an agreement at that time, whatever. Yeah. If you guys want to hold stock and I pre-print it, or if you guys just want to wait and take a cut or whatever,
ship to, or what do we call it? Drop ship.
Yeah. Drop print ship. We'll have a coin the term drop print ship. And yeah, like I don't know if people can put special requests, but let's say if somebody buys like this Magpul grip or something, they'll be like, oh, please make it pink. Or I don't know how advanced your website is, but maybe it'll be like, they can pick the colors there and I'll supply all the pictures and stuff as well.
Yeah.
The only thing with black printing is that you can't see that much on it. So base picture would probably have to be a different color. And surprisingly, a lot of people didn't like the ice white or frost white, like the see-through. I was super hyped for it, but they didn't like it. So I just put it away, kept it. You never know. You might find that one person that's like, hey, I want this color. And maybe.
or like a winter theme or something.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Because if you were to be in a more colder environment, having something a crystallized color would
Well,
flow
not only
good.
that, but more and more people are getting or kind of getting into and requesting or looking for these events that are more LARPing. So
Yeah,
there's a lot of, and it's getting more popular now where uh, these events will have like not they'll have NPCs, so they'll have people that show up just to be, you know,
a trader or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah. I
yeah,
like
100%.
Biohack Airsoft.
Balahack
That's probably like the most wanted field that I want to go to because
for
like
real.
the owner is cool. He sets a cool vibe for every other player, and
Yep.
even in the YouTube videos of everybody, you see that everybody's just chill. They're just there to have a good time.
Yeah.
Love to do something, but I don't really go out too much or too far. So I
Yeah.
think
Not
our
right now.
yeah, I mean even
That could
later,
change.
probably take a vacation there and then sneak away for a day or two to airsoft events. That would be cool. Well, I mean, yeah. Um,
Yeah, man.
what else? I don't know.
Well, no, those are. I mean, that's something that, like I said, I've had this for a couple months. We're these these things. I want to put them on our site, and but I want to get some good. I don't want to take a picture of them and just throw them up there.
Yeah,
I mean, I
you want to
could.
get it on a couple guns here and
Yep.
there. You
hmm
want to,
We're
yeah.
doing a promotional video. Well, we can, and this is what part of the podcast when I have
Mhm.
people on is I'm trying to promote them. You know, I'm trying to promote most people I talk with on here are fairly new at airsoft. Well, maybe not most. Yeah, most of them have been actually that I've done podcasts with are fairly new. Like in the last few years with podcast or with
Mhm.
airsoft, the and then of course the other half are very experienced. But I want to promote whatever they're doing. Like last night, the Tryhards, they're having an event next weekend. This is their 7th event that they've hosted in Florida. They got some awesome ideas, man. It's really cool to hear the things they're doing to set up these events that make it more it's way more fun than just the team deathmatch. All right, go. Um,
Yeah, we actually talked about that. Remember? I was like,
right.
let me program some sort of Arduino based box. We can play King of the Hill, and
Yep.
exactly like, is that like a private field they're paying to take over, or is it they're just going somewhere random and being like, okay, we're playing airsoft here?
Well, I guess they have a relationship. There's some history there that
Oh, okay.
at their local. It's their local field. I think
Hmm.
that's the one they go to most of the time. Matrix Tactical in Miami, and so they're the ones that you have to be in contact with that person, like,
Yeah.
and they've been there a long time and talked with them and have done other things there. So and then like, hey, we want to host this event over here on this weekend or whatever, that kind of thing. So and
Okay.
they collaborate with the field to get that set up. You should get on if questions like that. He's got a lot of experience doing things like that. Laz, who started Tryhards, Laz and his wife Tia, um, talk with them through Discord. They're on our Discord, uh, Tryhards Airsoft. You could reach out to him if you want to start doing something like that. At in your local area,
Hmm.
or getting it. He's got some good history with. He's got 18 years in airsoft. Before he was up, before he was in Florida, he was up in Maryland or Maine, one of those, and or maybe Massachusetts. I can't remember. Well, up north where it's cold, but he hosted a bunch of events up there. Did the same thing, and now he's doing it down here. Down in Florida. So a lot of experience with that, and that would be a good person to talk to if you want to start. Like, hey, how did you approach the owner of the field to get, what do I need to do to get
Yeah.
an event, that kind of thing set up,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that should be cool. I noticed the giveaway gun in the background, by the way.
Oh, you see
That's
it?
yeah, oh, yeah. You know what's funny? I didn't notice the gun as much as I noticed the 2 pixels of coloring on the T. That came
Yeah.
out clean. or as far as looks like on the top left, a little.
Yeah. So what
Okay,
that
but that's
is,
it.
I think it's honestly, I think it's the adhesive that pulled
Mhm.
off a little bit from the sticker that
Yeah.
stuck to the paint. Because yeah. So see, normally I don't see it because all the ones I've done before with these stickers, I've had a white background,
Oh,
and you know, because our logo
yeah.
is white. But this one I want to do green because it's a sniper rifle. Like I didn't want it to stand
Yeah.
out too much, right? If they want to, you know, be creeping. So I did the olive drab, and I think the adhesive, because when you look at it in the light, it's it's shiny. It's
Mhm.
the glue from the sticker, which will rub off. So,
But
but anyway,
just
it
leave it to
came
the
out.
giveaway winner.
Yeah, absolutely. It came out good though.
Yeah. I
Well, that's
actually
gonna
only
have,
noticed
you know,
the.
clear coat on it.
Oh yeah, once by clear card,
Yeah.
it's on there forever.
Hell yeah. But listen, man, it's been awesome having you on
Thank you.
again, and these we will be doing something with here soon. These
Yes,
Magwell adapters,
definitely.
and
And I will
man, you
be
got a lot
wearing
of
a
stuff going
shirt
on.
for the next podcast. I forgot I was wearing this. It's so hot.
I hear you,
Uh,
man. You're good. It's cool.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man. I had a great time talking with you.
Thank you to you as well. Have a great night, and
Yeah.
till next time.
Hell yeah, brother. See you, man.
Bye bye.